Howdy, YouTube neighbors. So, it appears it's going to be a tradition whenever I play Beyonder with Hellhorn that I am going to be forced into an afflictive spell damage line. And apparently it's also going to be tradition that whenever I do so, all of my -1s in the magic shop will be compulsive. So, let's move on. I'm really interested to see, first and foremost, how this champion's supposed to play, though he was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing for us as far as card draw and spell generation for our afflictive spell damage run. So I'm not unhappy about that at all. That being said, root seeds, afflictive root seeds is going to be an interesting dynamic. And if we are going to take advantage of our root seeds with Beyonder Clan, as we want to do, because it is probably the best starter card in the game, then we're gonna have to balance the line between affliction and compulsion. We've done it before, and we can do it again. Or we might just purge all our root seeds like we purged all of our ocular infections last run. Only one way to find out, and that's to find out. Flamboyancy. Seen this a couple times. I don't really get it, but I don't know. I might be able to try it out. And then on the other side, we got another mutation. We got Body Horror. This, unfortunately, is a Hysteria mutation. So, once again, we have an interesting run ahead of us. We have got, Safe Word Daedalus. We got Ragefell. We got Seraph the Diligent. I'm not ready to look at you yet. We have homework to do. Look at our champion first. Okay, so we've seen all three of the types. So now we can actually see where we're starting. So it looks like when played, summon, draw at one spell card. Okay, so this is the exact same champion we played last time. Summon, apply endless. Summon, apply jitter 6 to enemy using chronic 3 to friendly units. Okay, so once again, kind of a fade-like champion. And he is soundless, and this is interesting. So this champion obviously wants to go into compulsion, but while he gets tankier with anxiety, he also gets weaker, and I've never seen a champion do that. And the thing is, I don't think this is the run we're going to see Epidemial. Because we have to balance if we're going to do root seeds. Now let's look at our banner units. Okay, Formless Horror, Fairy Beholder. It's fairly cheap. He's a sweeper, but he's already mutated, which is not what we want to see. Harry Potty, Stalker. That's weird. It's weird for a 47 health unit to have Stalker, but look at him. He's free. That's something I haven't seen before. Malevolence. I'm not sure Malevolence ever changes. All right, so Soundless Swarm, anxiety +6, Hysteria gain jitters 1. Vexation, just a 46-12, apply jitters 18 to the front enemy unit. So I want to share with you a revelation that I had last run that I forgot to speak of. I actually want to go to the spells, and I want to look at no, here's what I want to do. I want to search for Hysteria. Okay, Hysteria in this clan appears to have the damage be the scaling and the direct damage, and compulsion well, what am I looking for? Anxiety. There we go. And anxiety and compulsion tend to have the survivability in this clan. So that through healing, through health increase, and through stealth. So it seems to me that whichever way you lean into when you're playing Beyonder, you have to rely on your secondary clan for the missing piece. And that's going to make playing them at Covenant 25 an interesting proposition. It kind of adds an element of RNG where I really don't like to see it. But I'm definitely going to add them to my Covenant 25 rotation, but I want to get through the showcase series at Covenant 1 with them so that I have the freedom to explore, whereas I might not have that at Covenant 25. So that's enough chit-chat. Let's get on with it. Mutation spells cost -2. Well, so here's the thing. We have root seeds. Flamboyancy could be really good with like Iron Drop Cage. As good as Faulty Loader is, I don't think I've ever done Brain Bleach before. I want to try it. Okay, champion. Well, we can play the Innumerable, the exact same champion we just played, or we can play the Soundless. So, here's another criticism I have, and I should probably save all this for when I do the review, but going into Panic is a lot better than going too deep into Compulsion. Because the Compulsion is basically a daze. And while you can play around, double damage from Panic, there's not much you can do about daze. So if you're going deep into Compulsion, you almost have to have Soundless units, or it's not going to work. Okay, so here's the thing. Root Seeds doesn't hurt him. Let's look at our units again. Particularly our banner units. We have... So none of our units are specifically hurt by Compulsion. And this is true. And we have Vexation specifically that is a good backline unit for us. And we have potential sweepers from Awoken. Okay, so we got Beyonder Banner over Steel. We have Awoken over a Horde. and then Awoken over Merchant of Magic. So we're only going to be seeing the one Beyonder banner. I think our plan is probably to grab the Soundless here and basically dance between Anxiety and Hysteria as we scale either a Sweeper or an Animus from Awoken. So we're gonna try the Soundless Epidemial. We're taking the money regardless. Unit draft for +4. Yes, I want to see a unit draft. Put you up top. So I am going to play Ocular Infection first. And then Root Seeds. I'm going to go ahead and consume my Flamboyancy. Okay. Move the Train Steward up. I am going to Ocular Infection you. That's going to descend you, and I can get money here. Well, I could have with the Vine Grasp anyway. But I want to pull you up front. Okay. All right. Jitters you, descend you. Play out another Train Steward, and we'll do Root Seeds in the back. Okay. I want to put Jitters on you. Then we'll do a Root Seeds. Yeah, this is kind of painful. We're not doing much in the way of damage. Alright, you're 1720 at this point. More Jitters for you. I want to kill off this healer. I'm actually keen on moving you to the front, I think. No, it's not going to do anything. Alright, so we're just going to Root Seeds up here. Alright, we are good. I'm going to do Body Horror here. And Body Horror here. And then we're going to stop. I don't know why I did that. I should have Root Seeds. Oh well. And I just ascended the guy. Okay, so that's something I got to be careful of. Something I'm going to have to be very careful of. Three-eyed fish, go. Razor sharp edge, okay. Come on, game. So let's talk. Right now, all we have is the Ocular Infections and the Three-Eyed Fish as far as anxiety goes. This could be a Hutzpah run. This could be. We can pivot. Not ideal. We could. We've got the body horrors. Man. No, this is not a Hutzpah run. That infusion could be really good on a sweeper or a animus, though. No, I think we skip. I think we stick with the plan. We can't take any of these units. That's a shame. We took 18 damage for nothing. Quick Stalker. Well, I am going to take Formless Horror to have a unit for this ring, and then that's a multi-strike infusion. I would like Endless. And I think it's worth looking for. No, multi-strike. I will, however, put plus 25 in my fish. I don't think we're doing anything in this temple. Where are my temples again? 2, 5, 6, and 7. Man, that means that we don't get to do our infusion until 5. But that doesn't mean we get to see 2 Awoken banners. So there is that. Alright, let's move on. Mark of Invasion for cash. I'm not feeling good about Mark of Invasion. We're not going to do this. We don't need the money. Horror and fish. Kill off a... Actually, hang on. Hang on. Not yet. Oh well, it's not going to matter. But I got the collector. That ain't bad. So, I have no compulsive cards here. I am going to razor sharp out you. I'm going to play out my train stewards. Get rid of this body horror. I'm going to lose my champion already. That's something that we're just going to have to deal with. We didn't see any compulsive cards in our hand. Alright. Okay. Now let's root seeds you. Let's play out this body horror. You're both mutated. Okay. Let's play out this body horror. Alright. Mind grasp the two of you. Get some double jitters going on here. Ocular infection, vine grasp, 3 stealth. I'm gonna give you the razor sharp edge. Yeah, we're good. Triple. No, we don't want a triple ocular infection. Yeah, let's just let it ride. Survival instinct. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Let's take eyeballs for days. And I'm not sure I need any of this. Okay. We'll do Trader's Quill. We have plenty of consume cards. I want to see the banner first. Alright. Definitely Shattered Shell. I do want this horde. Light's Gift. Yeah. This is not a social run. I am just going to take the money. I don't like seeing the pony event on 3. Alright, save for Daedalus. It's been a while since I've seen him, now that I think about it. Okay. Anemial, Horror, Shattered Shell. Well, no. I can't do that. It's not going to work. So we are gonna Ocular infection, you. Then we're going to root seeds you. We're not going to play the formless horror. I'm looking for the fish. Alright, more jitters for you. Okay, that's fine. Bottom deck my fish. Ocular infection for you. Get rid of my flamboyancy. Eyeballs for days. We're going to play out our train stewards. Okay. We're starting to get there. Fish. Body horror. Root seeds. Vine grasp. Keep stacking jitters. And razor sharp edge for you. Eyeballs for days. More jitters. Might as well get some damage into you. Okay. That solves that. I am not keen on razor sharp edging again, so we're just going to root seeds here. Should be more than enough. Yeah. Eyeballs, jitters, root seeds, let it rip. Still don't know what to think of this card. I don't know. I think I'm going to try and message ThreeFishies and try and figure this out, what this card does. Apply Chronic 10 that persists through death to a target friendly unit and draw +3 next turn. I'm going to skip here. It hurts to do, but I'm going to skip here. And yeah, none of these units can do anything for us. This is just a strictly worse Husk Hermit. We are going to take draw. Alright. Am I okay with Husk Hermit being my guy? Or Shattered Shell, excuse me, being my guy. I'm pretty sure I am. So I want to... Well, hold on. Steel Shop is... And then we're going to see Magic Shop. Then we're going to see Steel Shop. No. I want to see a Magic Shop. So let's come over here. When I want to see the compulsive -1s, they're not here. Champion? What a weird champion. He increases in damage, but also increases in... What a weird champion. Okay. Wilken Banner? Yeah. I might have considered a Husk Hermit here, but nah. Okay. Unstable Vortex. I want to remove Train Stewards. Magic Shop. Okay. We are going to make a Therapeutic Root Seeds. And it can get our -1. I'll add some magic power to a Vine Grasp. The monster train is trolling me. It's trolling me. I want compulsive root seeds. Game, you always give me compulsive here. Why not now? Permafrost. I don't have a permafrost target. I do not. So I'm going to -1 Razor Sharp Edge. I'm not going to 20 consume a Vine Grasp. Well, that was not helpful. We're going to take the money and run. Spell Shield 2. I do not care. That's free money. Alright. Champion. Fish. Eyeballs for days. I'm going to drop the Formless Horror. Going to play Root Seeds. And we're going to get rid of the Body Horror. Alright. Shell. Let's see, give you jitters. Dang, it still doesn't kill you. So what I want to do is I want to move you to the front. Mm-hmm. And play out a train steward. And I'm comfortable giving you one razor sharp edge. I need to figure out my scaling. Mm-hmm. Get rid of this body horror. Root seeds, root seeds. All right. Eyeballs for days. Ocular infection. Now we are going to do a therapeutic root seeds. We're going to do another ocular infection. You know what? You're actually a prime candidate for razor sharp edge. I just wish that I could get you multi-strike. Or trample or something interesting. Okay, root seeds for you. There's no point in trying to play this vine grab. Well, oh yeah, there was. Yeah, I could have messed with my order. Okay, I still want to do that. Let's pull you to the front. And you. Okay. Alright, we're going to take some pyre damage, but that's to be expected when we're not scaling. Okay, eyeballs for days. Root seeds for you. Another ocular infection. Razor sharp for you. I think that's all she wrote. We have the win. Let's not mess with it. Beep. Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Okay. We're going to take Desperate Search here because that's going to help us find our fish. And we want to get stealth as quickly as possible. So we are in post-commentary now. Now we're going to take Wildwood Custodian because we can infuse them into the fish and get extra draw, and that's nice. We're low on shards, so we can pull it off. Playback is now at 1.5 speed, and you're going to understand why very shortly. All right, here we can finally make our infusion. So we're going to put Formless Horror into Shattered Shell and give him multi-strike. That -2 is real nice, but we don't have anything to put it in right now. And yeah, at this point, we just finished getting rid of Train Stewards. Magic Shop. Still looking for that compulsive -1, or yeah, that compulsive -1. Still not finding it. The game is just hell-bent on driving me insane. And once again, we're apparently not going to see a compulsive -1 this entire run. No, we are just going to make our root seeds free because that's what you do with root seeds. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these body horrors because right now they're just clogging up my draws. Multi-strike. I have stealth. I do not care. Okay, now here's where we're about to learn a very valuable lesson about desperate search. We got our fish, which is good. And goodbye everything else. So you want to play desperate search last. Okay. We are going to do desperate search again this turn, but we're going to wait. Because we have a little dance we have to do. We're going to start giving jitters. Now we're going to play the afflictive root seeds. We want to get rid of the flamboyancy. Now, if we play the sideballs for days, we're not going to be able to search, but I think it's worthwhile just to get the stealth. Because we were going to draw into our Wildwood Custodian regardless. Now, we have to play out the Ocular Infection. It's our only compulsive card, and we need stealth from the fish. Otherwise, goodbye Wildwood Custodian. From here, we just keep buffing Shattered Shell. Soften you up a bit. Now, we have to plan out our hand again. Every single hand now has to be planned out because we have to dance between compulsion and affliction. Okay. We have a lot of compulsion cards in our hands, so we have to, once again, be careful. But we also have one afflictive and one therapeutic. Razor Sharp Edge, so we're going to be counting on those. Afflictive, root seeds, not Razor Sharp Edge, root seeds. And we just want to put jitters on the beefiest units to make sure they go down. Therapeutic root seeds, ocular infection. There's no point in playing Desperate Search because we have all of our units. Though we could get one more stealth out of it, but there's really no point. We have 8 stealth. Sweeper Boss here is never going to touch us. Put the root seeds, keep putting jitters on the boss. Play out our scaling. And now we're going to ping the boss a couple times. We're leaving the stealthy boys down there because we want slay kills. Alright, keep applying jitters. And keep scaling Shattered Shell. Do a quick ping on you. And we have the win. And at this point, I can start feeling the arthritis set in. So we're just going to hit end turn, and we are going to get insulted by the game. We'll take a quarter. Existential Dread is basically going to solve this run for us. We can take and graft here. It's harmless. And who knows, we might be able to find a compulsive -1, and that's a good target for it. Alright, hitting up the Steel Shop. And a -2 the Existential Dread. So we have space, we have stealth. There's no reason to put the Wildwood Custodian into the three-eyed fish now. Because we can get something at the temple and then plus 15 shards at the horde on ring 8. So we can get to divinity. We don't have to be worried about that. Looking at the horde. Ooh. So I'm going to be taking draw again. We don't need that much draw. I really like center salve against diligent. But wing steel is very hard to pass up. If this was Covenant 25, I would take wing steel. At Covenant 1, center salve, I think, is the correct answer. All right, unstable vortex. I'm not sure what I remove here, if anything. Right now, what we have is in balance. It works. If anything, I want an intrinsic for my desperate search. But right now, everything we have works. Endless. Okay, endless fish. I'm not unhappy about that at all. Now let's look for multi-striker quick here. And we do not get it, of course. Large stone, though. Okay, we can still make the Wildwood Custodian infusion, and this gives him necessary health for Razor Sharp Edge. So, yeah, that's a good call. So now we're going to go ahead and make that infusion. Have we done everything we need to do? I think so. Yeah. Rage Fell, 100 shards. As you know, 100 shards is a very important milestone for Rage Fell, but the stealth that we stack means we don't have to care. And look at that. We have our fish and our Shattered Shell in opening hand. Now, we're about to learn something very important about the Formless Horror infusion. Watch this. We kill our champion by playing the Three-Eyed Fish. Oops. But easily correctable. Now, Razor Sharp Edge, we want to get rid of the Flamboyancy. If I hadn't already if I had already mastered Flamboyancy, I probably would have purged it, but it doesn't really hurt us too bad, honestly. All right, play out Existential Dread. And this will give us Neurosis and Jitters, and that's going to be a very important part of our run. Here we just play out more stuff. At this point, we're just trying to stack Jitters, and we finally have him dead. Once again, it doesn't hurt to play in Graft. And yeah. Right now, we're going to pull you forward, and we're going to do everything we can to get you low enough to kill. Eyeballs for Days, Ocular Infection, Afflictive Root Seeds, another Ocular Infection, Afflictive Root Seeds, Existential Dread. All right, we're getting close here. Razor Sharp Edge, and we got it. Therapeutic Root Seeds and a Vine Grasp. Wait, he walked on us? How did that happen? That was weird. Alright, I'm not going to call out every single card I play here because I would actually like to record another video today since this was yesterday's video that I'm now going back to do commentary on. Everything here should be self-explanatory. It's just a matter of looking at the hand, figuring out the right order so that we don't go into neurosis, and maximizing the output of our jitters and our existential dreads. We still have Desperate Search there in case we find ourselves in need of stealth and we're not about to go into neurosis. So we're not purging that for sure. Looking at the order of operations again. Nope, we cannot go into panic here. There we go. Or neurosis, not panic. Ocular infection. At this point, let's just do a big old Vine Grasp. Hitting Fell with Vine Grasp with 81 jitters is the right thing to do now. Since we've scaled up top to the point where we are easily clearing waves, the focus is now on Fell. Once again, just playing everything out. Eyeballs for days. Doesn't really do much for us since we're not going to lose our units, but it's free compulsion. All right, we have the win here, and like I said, my arthritis is already starting to flare up, so let's just click end turn. There's no point in running it out. I don't need any of this, and we're taking draw. All right, moving right along. So, are we going to see another steel shop? Yeah, we are. So, Emblem of the Exiles, auto-click. Nice, simple. The Contagious looks really interesting, and I cannot wait to try him out with the ponies, but that's later down the road. Intrinsic. Yep. We wanted Intrinsic Desperate Search. We get Intrinsic Desperate Search. Nothing I have to have here. Let's see the caverns. What the... No. This is not the kind of luck that we get to have in Monster Train. Yes, we absolutely bring the Bone Dog along. And now my arthritis is about to become unbearable. He showed up on ring 7 in a run with Desperate Search. This is absolutely nuts. We're going to draw so many cards. Flip it. Oh my god, lost luggage, really? Yeah, we got to have the lost luggage. Got to have that. Okay, ring 7. The good news is I only have 3 more fights I have to do with all this card draw. Now, Spikes 5, without any kind of healing outside of Engraft, of course, in our deck, is a big ask. Especially since our primary scaling is Razor Sharp Edge. So, I can't really, in good conscience, take this Spikes 5. This would be a stupid time to lose a run, having Bone Dog's Favor and Desperate Search. The odds of that are so unlikely. I cannot die stupid here. All right. Order of operations. Let's figure this out. Three-Eyed Fish goes first. Then our champion, and then Shattered Shell, so that our rally trigger never goes off. So at this point, I want to play out everything except for the Existential Dread and the Desperate Search. Afflictive Root Seeds and Desperate Search. We're going to draw 8 cards. So good. You know that there is definitely a jitters related infinite here, and someone that doesn't have arthritis is going to have to explore that because I'm not. I apologize, YouTube neighbors, but it's just not in the cards, or in my case, in the joints. At this point, there's honestly not much more commentary to make. You can see this is going to be our run going forward. At this point, there's pretty much no more surprises to be had. Just dance between 2 levels of neurosis and try not to play afflictive cards when Mania's at 0. And from there, just draw a bunch of cards, play a bunch of cards, and wish that you had a siren. Root seeds. Alright, we're going to put the ocular infections on the big tank because I do want to clear him if at all possible. But I want the actual attacker in front. The spikes represents less pyre damage than an 8 damage guy does. So he's the priority. Alright, afflictive root seeds to come back to -1. Ocular infection, and at this point we can't play anymore because we cannot go into compulsion, which is a shame, but that's the nature of this clan. You either commit to going full neurosis or full panic, or you play carefully and you dance between the two. Afflictive root seeds gets me back to -1. Ocular infection on, let's say, the big tank. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and vine grasp the wilt wings here because I hate wilt wings. Even though I have a champion with 356 health sitting in the front, so I shouldn't really care about the wilt wings. But you know, hate's irrational, and I hate wilt wings. More Ember would be nice to have. I would have taken Ember had I known that Bone Dog was going to show up, but there was no possible way I could have known that. So we are unfortunately going to draw cards we can't play simply because we only have 3 Ember. And that's fine. I mean, at this point, we're kind of in win more territory. Eyeballs for days. Existential dread on that line because there's a lot of health on that line. Afflictive root seeds. We'll do ocular infection, and we have another afflictive root seeds. And here's where we hit. Well, no, we're going to do another ocular infection. We have therapeutic root seeds. We're going to play out everything in our hand so that we can draw a full 10 cards. That is so crazy to say. Draw 10 cards. And once again, we're running into the Ember problems. We can't play everything we want to play, but we're going to play a whole bunch. All right. At this point, we clear everything up top, so let's just focus on the guy that's probably going to end up being stuck in the boss wave. Okay, we're going to play out and graft. We're going to play out afflictive root seeds. Ocular infection is going into the boss because that's our laser focus right now for jitters. We're clearing out everything up top. So let's just get rid of you. I don't want to take the chance that I accidentally bounce you up to the pyre. Come back down with afflictive root seeds. We want to hit existential dread. We want to have as much of the super days into the boss as we can, and as much jitters in the boss as we can. From here, we're just going to play out the scaling, and we're going to hit a 39.9 Vine Grasp. Seems good. Eyeballs for days. Get more jitters on the boss. Take on some affliction to avoid neurosis. And now we're actually, as strange as it is, we're glad to have these afflictive root seeds. Once again, I couldn't have known I was going to get Bone Dog and Desperate Search in this run when I was looking for those compulsive -1s, but we would have had to have found another solution. And we once again find ourselves wishing that we had... Okay, we're going to go into neurosis here because this is going to be 6 neurosis on the boss, and that's the win. Nice and easy. And we only have 1 unit that actually isn't soundless, and it's only 1 turn of neurosis, so we don't care. And yeah, we easily have the win here. And I'm going to save my poor aching joints a bunch of clicks by just ending turn here. Nothing here makes sense. I mean, we could have taken that mutation card and made our Shattered Shell soundless at the cost of the Slay triggers. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. As fun as it would be just to go into pure compulsion. Once again, that's win more territory. All right, we have Endless. We're going to re-roll. We're going to try and find Multi-Strike. That's really the only thing that I need for Shattered Shell. Quick. Don't need that because I have Light's Gift. Mark of a Champion makes sense for Epidemial. It gives us a little bit more hit in the early game, but we are going so fast, so hard in compulsion that I don't think it matters. Forever Flame is nice, but Vapor Funnel is the play right here. That is absolutely the play. Still looking for something to purge. I don't think we have a purge target. Except for, of course, Flamboyancy, but I want to master that. Brain Clamps. Oh my god, Brain Clamps. I love you, Brain Clamps. Yep, that's happening. All right, all that's left to do is vent a thing, and that's going to be Existential Dread. There is no other card we dupe. Existential Dread all day. I'll take 5. All right. Purple and red bird person. All right. I'm cheeky enough to play bottom. I would like to play bottom to deal with these purifiers. Is there any reason I shouldn't play bottom? Let me think about this. What do you think, YouTube neighbors? Should I play bottom here? We're going to feed the Flamboyancy to Diligent. And now here's the part where I'm realizing something very important. Our entire survivability plan is Light's Gift. We cannot play bottom because we did not take quick on Shattered Shell. We're still going to feed Flamboyancy, but now we're going to go to the top where we belong. And we're going to do eyeballs for days so that we can get our champion some health so we can actually play our formless horror. Fish. And we just realized we can't play shell. Okay. Math is hard. I'm just going to spoiler alert you. I'm going to be bad at math again. We're going to play this hand one more time. So, since I have some time here, my thoughts on this clan so far. Right now, I don't like it as much as Equestrian. Now, there's still plenty of time for that to change. I mean, now we've seen pretty much all the mechanics. We have not seen chronic scaling. But outside that, I feel we've seen pretty much everything the clan has to offer so far. And here's the part where I realize that, hey, I need 1 ember to pay for the fish. So here we go again. But I do like this clan, and I will add it to my my Covenant 25 routine. I'm going to play out the Existential Dread, do some Root Seeds, we'll do Desperate Search here. Fish and Shell. We're going to put Shell in front because we want Slay triggers. This is Diligent, and he doesn't play... He tends to play weaker units in front, and I don't want my champion stealing those kills. Now, I'm not sure what value our champion brings playing him in middle, but yeah, it doesn't hurt. We're going to play out 2 Existential Dreads here and Desperate Search. Unfortunately, our Desperate Search is going to be drawing us a whole lot of Scourges because Diligent. But, I mean, I'm not sweating. Are you sweating? I'm not sweating. So, I'm okay going into a Neurosis here, a single one, because our line's clear up top. Cannot justify going into 2. Alright, we're not scaled enough up here to comfortably handle that big boy, so we're going to take him down. Alright, this is going to be a pretty good hand for us. This is going to be an amazing hand for us, actually. So here's where we decide what we're going to feed Diligent. That's the hardest decision in this hand. We're going to go ahead and give him an Ocular Infection because, as we've seen, we simply do not have the Ember to play it, and Existential Dread is so much better. Nah. I'm thinking, do I need to play Existential Dread down below? No, we want to get everything we can into Diligent. Alright, draw 10 cards. Alright, now here we go, building up our Neurosis again. Hopefully you don't hear my cat, my Alzheimer's cat in the background, being confused as to what house she's in now. She's not in pain, but it is unsettling to hear. No, yeah. So, at regular speed, this original video, we're going to go ahead and play out one. We're going to feed a root seeds to Diligent because at this point, our brain clamps are doing a lot of the work for us. We don't necessarily need 2 afflictive cards right now. And we certainly don't have them for scaling. We don't even really need them for draw because our draw situation is pretty well resolved. All right. A 4 Neurosis Dread. Always happy to fire that off. Then we're up to 18 Stealth on our line. So, originally at 1x speed, this video was nearly 2 hours long because, as you see, there's just a lot of card playing. All right, we're going to go ahead and give him our crappy Vine Grasp. So, I'm glad to have the 1.5, and to be honest, the increased speed of the game volume kind of really adds to that whole madness thing. Vapor Funnel, as you saw, doing a bit of work. Look at that health on our champion. That is crazy. I'm wishing there was a way we could kill Diligent here, but I don't think that's in the cards. Playing out the Scourges. Playing out my irrational hatred of Wiltwings. At this point, we don't have to be as choosy about what we feed Diligent. He has so much jitters, I think ocular infection is probably the best thing to feed him. Root Seed still gives us draw and scaling. So many Scourges. Double Dread. 277 jitters. I think that's more than enough to kill him, especially with 31 stacks of stealth. Yeah. Yeah. Play them all out. I'm playing my cards. Well, don't have much in the way of compulsive cards left, so we're just going to play out what we can. We still get to -4, though, and that's a good time. Alright. Going to play those out, and you know what? I feel like flexing a little bit here. I do want to see how high I can get his jitters. 329. So good. Unfortunately, Divinity is not going to be quite as easy because he does cleanse the jitters, which is a shame. But honestly, If he didn't, Jitters in this kind of a deck would trivialize him. I mean, he's practically trivialized as it is. The biggest thing we have to fear are the mini-boss waves. We're going to have to work hard to make sure we clear mini-bosses. Alright, so we've got Divinity stunned. Yeah, let's Vine Grasp Divinity. We'll get as much damage into him as we can. Get rid of our Flamboyancy. We got our fish. Our Shattered Shell. Honestly, we don't really need... We're not going to be counting on Slay scaling on Divinity. I should have played him behind the champion, but... Really... Win more territory. I'm going to say that. That's the last time I'm going to say that today, I promise. Alright, we got one more turn of getting to look at Divinity without having to worry about the waves. So, we're going to end Graft. And then we're just going to play that out. Free card draw. Double Ocular Infection. Play out Existential Dread 2 times. We'll play our Afflictive Root Seed to get... Play that out. Therapeutic Root Seeds. Okay. Eyeballs for days. We can play one of our Ocular Infections. Lay out a 35-point Vine Grasp. Now we're going to hit Existential Dread for 12 Jitters and 6 Neurosis. Or, 3 Neurosis? 4 Neurosis. Once again, math hard. I want to be at -3 when I play the Existential Dread, so I'm going to hold that in hand. And I'm going to draw 7. We got our other Existential Dread. So we're going to play out Afflictive Root Seeds. You go back up to -3, brings us to -4. We're going to play Afflictive Root Seeds, so we can play out an Ocular Infection, Therapeutic Root Seeds, Eyeballs for Days, and Ocular Infection. Lots of compulsion, and some therapy in between. Alright, we have our first mini-boss. It's time to stack Jitters. Okay, so I don't much care about the tank passing on us. He has spikes. We will take a bit of damage to the pyre, but that's okay. I want to make sure the mini-boss doesn't pass us by. And if he does, I want as much Neurosis stacked into him as I can get. Alright, let's draw 9. Alright, start stacking our Compulsion back up. We're going to do Ocular Infection and 2 Existential Dreads. It's going to stack him with 14 Neurosis and 74 Jitters, yeah. Unfortunately, we just went into Neurosis because we can't count. So this is going to pass us by. Vapor Funnel is going to do a bit of work for us, and then yeah, we're going to take some damage to the pyre. That's fine. I'm willing to pay this. I'm willing to pay the stupidity tax on that one. Once again, we need to focus on the mini boss. I am going to Existential Dread up top, though. Because we are not clearing all these waves. I want to make sure that if the Darkwing's there, I think, passes us by, then he's stunned real good. Okay, we have a ways to go. We've got about 100. No. Yeah, we got about 100 more damage we need to do to the mini boss to clear him. Though, I mean, he has 11 stun. He's never going to touch the pyre. We don't really have to worry, but it's the principle of the thing. I want him dead. Ooh, I see Spiky Boy down there. Let's move Spiky Boy forward. Start getting rid of those damage shields. I want an Existential Dread now. Okay. Okay, we're getting there little by little. Existential Dread. Alright, we got about 40 to go. Existential Dread. We are almost there. Almost. Therapeutic Root Seeds. No. Ocular Infection. Alright. Once again, between Vapor Funnel and 22 Neurosis, you're never touching the pyre. That's a shame. I wanted to kill him. Oh, well. Here I go, playing out my cards. Infection. And now we are, once again, laser focused on the mini-boss down there. Our scaling is a lot better, and will be a lot better when he comes up here, so we can actually do some damage to him. We don't have to necessarily rely on jitters, but we still want to stack jitters. Alright, we're going to Vine Grasp out Spiky Boy for sure. Alright, let's start stacking Existential Dread on the mini-boss. Now, it's more important to take him out because spikes are going to be his primary form of damage. And it doesn't matter how much neurosis he has if the pyre just keeps hitting those spikes. So we want to make sure and try and take him out if we can. Existential Dread. Alright, that's all that hand wrote. Alright, we're getting close to the ending here. 16 Neurosis so far on Divinity. We are definitely going to win Relentless. Alright, we can kill him. We just have to... We just have to figure out he's got 92 jitters on, and this Vine Grasp is going to hurt a lot. We did it. He is down. I will say I like in design that jitters affects any kind of damage, both spell damage and unit damage. And that's Divinity down. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I had a great time minus the arthritis. And I will see you next time.